Oh my god, Kaylee, you loser. You just uploaded a video. I know, but I have something else to say. You see, yesterday, I had a bit of a, well, not a fight, a disagreement with an acquaintance on Facebook, about the new movie version of the musical Les Mis. Prior to seeing the movie, I have not seen Les Mis, the musical. I have not read the book. I knew of the musical. It's kind of impossible not to. And that was about it. And I thought the movie was as good as it could be, considering it's based off a stage play that is, frankly, the only one of its kind, and something that only works in the context of which it was designed for. So the constant singing and no actual dialogue and the lack of blocking or sets to speak of really is something very specific to a stage play and very important for the medium, and it's not something that translates to film very well. So I thought that given that, the movie did quite well. But I got in a disagreement because this girl that I know was watching the movie, and she said it was pretentious. I don't think she truly understands what the word pretentious means. Pretentious, and I'm quoting here, attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture, etc. than is actually possessed. So, Les Mis is the opposite of that. Because, here's the thing, it's okay to not like it. It's okay to think it's poor storytelling. It's okay to dislike the structure, to dislike the format, to dislike the characters. Those are all legitimate opinions. But pretentious is not an accurate word to describe Les Mis. Because Les Mis is based off one of the most influential novels of all time. It's based on the novel specifically of a particularly tragic period of time in French history in which many people suffered and died, and it was a horrible thing. And the musical really did a lot, not just in terms of adapting a tremendously huge, influential body of work into an adaptation. And as a musical, it was also tremendously influential and a huge, it was a game changer. And you can dislike something, and you can think that something does not do its job well, to think that it doesn't succeed in what it's attempting. But to deny something that is completely and obviously true just because you don't like it is stupid. You can hate Les Mis, but you cannot truthfully say that Les Mis failed as a musical. Okay, because it is the longest running show on Broadway in the history of Broadway. That's called successful. And even if you consider that maybe it's not a particularly full adaptation in terms of lack of character development and having to cut bits and move bits and change bits because it's such a huge fucking novel, that doesn't mean it didn't make... You can't call something pretentious just because it is influential. That doesn't make it pretentious. Pretentious is claiming to be influential, claiming to be important, claiming to be revolutionary, when it's not. But Les Mis was, so by definition, it cannot be called pretentious on that account. That's not how that word works. So, for the record, pretentious is when you pretend or try to make people believe that something is more important or more cultured or more worldly than it actually is. But if it actually is those things, it is not pretentious. It can be boring. It can be poorly done. It can be annoying. But it's not pretentious. And as a theater geek, she really should have fucking known better. So yeah. Please, world at large, internet, acquaintances, take care with how you use the word pretentious. Because I think a lot of times when you say pretentious, what you actually mean is, this was not as interesting as people told me it would be. Which is a perfectly valid opinion. But that's not what pretentious means. Thank you.